Hey there peeps, mewmew here and welcome back to Dragalia Lost. Today we're going to talk about our very first Dragalia Banner and what does that mean? So sometime in the middle of the night, well 3 a.m. Central Time, we got a new notice, and of course I wasn't going to make a video about this at 3 in the morning because I was asleep. But we have a new type of banner. We have the Dragalia Banner, and this is really cool and we're going to talk about it. But first, very sure I'm going to say that remember that issue that I talked about for the gift box raid boss, because they weren't able to fix the fact that we couldn't get rare rewards whenever it was in overdrive or in break. So whenever you broke the box during overdrive or break, it basically didn't give you a super rare reward. And because of that, they give us 3 summon tickets, 3 Damascus tickets, and 3 golden fragments. And that's what they're going to give to us as long as you played during the time period. So that's what they're going to give us. And, but it just apparently they weren't able to fix it during the time being. And now to what we're going to talk about in this video, which is the Dragalia Banner. So it's going to start tonight at midnight. So today is January the 9th. The event ends today. If you have not finished farming the current event, I do strongly urge you to finish the event. At least get the 5-star dragon all maxed out and binded, and get as many rewards that you can to the twinkling sand, like I've said before. And now we can talk about Dragalia. So this Green Dragalia is actually going to be starting today at rollover. So that's at midnight in Central Time. And just look on your notice and they'll show your specific time for your time zone of wherever you live. But it is tonight at midnight in 14 hours. And in this banner, it is going to cause that the initial appearance for 5-star adventures, dragons, and prints to be increased to 6%, up from the regular 4%. So we know that we have a 4% chance to get a 5-star regularly on any banner, and it increases as you continue to draw. However, this banner is going to have an increased rate to be 6% for 5-star prints, dragons, and adventurers. So 2% extra chance to draw a 5-star, which is pretty nice. And the special thing about these Green Dragalia banners is that it's going to give you a limited time Dragalia versions of adventures that will be added, only available during this period. So basically it's a different version of adventures that are limited to these Dragalia banners. And from what I've been reading, these kind of grand type banners is something that Games does in other games, and the banners do come back at different times. So it's not time limited like our events, our event banners, but it is just time limited to whenever they release these banners. And we don't know if they're going to do this every month after every event or just every other month. But they are releasing this banner in a very specific chunk of time. They're releasing it tonight and they're taking it away on the 14th at the midnight of the 14th, which that is Monday. And what happens on Tuesday mornings? Tuesday morning we'll be getting our new event, which I foresee is a facility event. I'm not sure what type of facility event, but it won't be a water facility. It won't be, this is the one that you told. So it won't be a water facility. It won't be a wind one, and it won't be a light one. So it could either be a dark one, a fire one, or a dark fire. Darker fire? Really? I only have 2 left. It could either be darker fire. So that would mean we need some water units. Okay, yeah, that's gonna be interesting since we just... Anyways, we'll see what we get. But we should probably get a facility event after this event. But, so in between we get, the more details for the next event, which we'll probably get those details tomorrow or in the coming days. So in between, from the 10th to the 14th, we're gonna have this Dragalia Banner, which is going to give us the GALA version of an adventure, which is just limited to this banner, which is Sarisse. Sarisse. I will get it right someday. And she is a 5-star adventurer. We don't even have her regular form, so we're getting her Gala version before we get her real version. And as you can see on top, it says Gala, so that's denoting it. And you can see that her costume is slightly different than the one that we see her in the story, because the other one had like a bigger bow. So this is definitely, you know, a special version of her. And is this type of banner that we can get some other characters that we don't have yet? I don't know. So she is a 5-star fire unit bow user. And, you know, of course it makes sense that she's a bow user. And, you know, her details. An archer from Woodhaven, whose skills equal to her brother, Luca. Rowdy and loud, her special move is a crushing punch that Luca has experienced more than once. She left her village to find fiends and provide aid to all in need. She's so cute. Brilliant Bolt is her skill, which deals flame damage to enemies directly ahead and fires extra shots equal to the number of buffs the user has. A maximum of 7 additional shots can be fired. So if you're in a team that buffs you up, this is going to allow you to do additional shots. Then her second skill is Cheerful Assist. It increases the entire team's strength by 20% for 10 seconds. If used again, the skill will increase the entire team's defense by 20% for 15 seconds instead, after which the skill will revert to the initial effect. So that's pretty cool. So first time you use it, it increases attack. Second time you use it, it increases defense. And the co-abilities is Skill Haste plus 15%, which increases skill gauge fill rate by 50%. And then we have Sylvan Strength, which increases the user's strength by 2% and critical rate by 1% for 15 seconds for every 20-hit combo. Woodland Blessing reduces susceptibility to stun and sleep by 100%. So she has a double resistance. I don't think there's anyone else that has a double resistance yet. This might be unique to Gala adventurers, but this is pretty cool. She can, you know, she can withstand stun and sleep by 100%. That's pretty awesome. And her buff time increases by 30%. So it increases her buff duration by 30%. Awesome. And, you know, these are stats at maximum. You know, when she's maxed up at 80 over 80, and her menace circle is all like, you know, all unlocked. That's what your stats and skills would be. So she's very tempting. One, because I don't have a single 5-star. Oh, never mind. I have one 5-star flame adventure, and that's Mikoto. I love him. She seems really cool, and you know, she is also the first Gala adventurer. But also think about the fact that once this banner is gone, we're going to have an event banner, which is also going to give us another 5-star adventurer. Well, not give us, but there'll be a 5-star adventurer, you know, featured on it. And, you know, before you know, summon on this, I mean, I will be summoning on this at least a few times. But, you know, depending on what the next banner that we're going to get after this for the next event, I might hold off on how much I summon for this. Because for all we know, we're going to get something, you know, interesting as well. But the fact that she has a double resistance really helps her out in, you know, the attractiveness of bow users. Just because I actually don't have any bow users in my team, so I'm very intrigued by her for being a bow user and also for the double susceptibility. I mean, it might not seem like the, you know, groundbreaking, but you know, being able to resist several ailments can be very helpful. And you know, even if you can't summon right now, because you realize that the banner that's coming for the event might be better or might not be better, depending on what it's gonna be. Depending on what that is, you might want to wait. The Gala banner is gonna come back again eventually. We don't know when, but it could come back, and you know, Sarisse will also be on it again, you know, as a Gala adventure. So there's like no rush for you to go hard on this banner, because you know, we do have an event banner, but the next time that this banner comes by, it'll probably be under the same circumstances, in which it comes right before an event, meaning that, you know, you're conflicted. So right now, I mean, it might be a good time because we did get a whole bunch of tickets from, you know, the errors that they committed and also from the event and all the tenfold summons that we got because of New Year's login. This might be the best time to go for Sarisse, but that's just kind of my opinion. I'm probably going to do 2 10 summons from this. Hopefully I can get her. If not, I probably wait for more details for the event banner, because I mean, there is the chance that it could be a dark event again, which would be weird in various ways. So, you know, we have the elements that we have. We have fire, dark, light, wind, and water. We have 5 elements, and we've had some facilities. So we have the light facility, which was a trick or treat. We have the water facility, which was a Yule tree, and we have the wind shrine. So we have 3 of the 5 elements already. So theoretically, it would make sense for us to get a fire, you know, facility, or to get a dark facility next. If we're gonna go through each of the elements one time. But if we're not gonna go through each of the elements one time, then a wind event could make sense. But we know it would just make wind units like incredibly buffed up. But maybe to encourage the Sarisse summons, maybe no, because like if it's a Sarisse, you'd have you'd want to boost your flame, so we'd have a wind boss. I mean, that's totally possible. Maybe there's gonna be a flame unit to kind of, you know, push you to go for more fire units. I don't know. So at least we have 2 options, either a dark facility or a flame facility, unless they throw us a curveball and throw either a different type of event out, or they give us a repeat facility, like not the repeat building, but a different facility, but for one of the elements we already have, since we already have 3 out of the 5. But it really is up to Side Games to see what they give us. I don't know, just my little ramblings. But that has been us talking about the Grand Dragalia Banner. Sarisse will be on it. We talked about what she does, and you know, I'll probably do 2 10 summons, but probably not more than that. I don't know. Let me know in the comments below, what do you think of Sarisse? Are you gonna go for her? I probably butchered her name, but you know, we know my pronunciation is terrible, but that's okay. Thank you all so much for watching. Let me know in the comments below, what do you think of this banner? Are you gonna summon, or do you think this is a bait? Thank you so much for watching, and until next time, meow meow.